Shalom, shalom, friends. It's so good to be with you again as we gather for another episode of 7 Minutes of Jewish Spirit. We have about 58 episodes that have been recorded now and that are available on our various platforms, including YouTube, my YouTube channel. But this morning I was speaking a bit about the Shema. Many of you are very familiar with this prayer. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. I spoke about how this statement is surrounded in a statement of love, a statement of reciprocal love between us as humans and God. And I also talked a little bit about how this statement, Hear, O Israel, concentrates on this sense of hearing, of understanding. It's more than just hearing, it's about understanding. And that the one refers not only to the fact that we understand there is only one single God, but that there is a kind of oneness to everything wrapped up into this emotion of love, this reciprocal love between us and God. But if you look at a traditional prayer book, you might see something else that is interesting about the Shema. For the very last letter in Hebrew of the word Shema is an ayin, and it's usually drawn large. And the last word of the Shema is Echad, and there the Daled, the last letter, is also drawn large. What's going on? Well, it's really simple, actually. You see, the word Shema means hear. But there is another word that only has one letter difference, Shema, which means maybe or perhaps. And the rabbis were very concerned that this word would not be confused with the word perhaps, because there's a big difference between Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, and maybe Israel, the Lord our God is one. So they made the ayin large to make sure that you recognize that this was the word hear. But what about the word echad? With that large dalet in the end. there too, the rabbis were concerned that there is another word where the last letter, instead of being a daled like echad, could take a different form, a different letter that looks very similar to a daled. It's a letter resh. And then the word becomes acher. And the sentence would be changed from, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one," to, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is someone else." You see, the rabbis understood that our words could be easily misunderstood and easily corrupted. That sometimes there's only a single letter difference, a single letter that can change the meaning from something very plain and very straightforward to something completely different. Incidentally, the large letters, ayin and daled, themselves will spell another word. Ayin and daled together spell the word aid, which means witness. And so emphasizing those two letters also punctuates what we want to say about this small statement, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." That we are a witness. We are part of the people who stood at Mount Sinai. We were there to witness. And that each time we say these words, each time these words are uttered from our mouth, morning and afternoon and evening and bedtime, each time we say these words, we are, in fact, a witness. And so that's the story about this line. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4 is where it comes from. And it has been precious and preserved. Part of every mezuzah on every door of a Jewish household. Part of the tefillin worn on the head and arm of every Jew. Part of the prayer service, a central part of the prayer service. And indeed, traditionally the very last words that we utter as our life ceases at the end of our life. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. We're close friends with the mourner's kaddish, as we always do. Yit Gadal v'Yit Gadash Shemei Rabbah. B'Elma Divra Kirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei B'Chayechon V'Yomechon V'Chayei D'Chol Beit Yisrael B'Hagala V'Yizman Kariv V'Imru Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'olam Le'amei Amayah. Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitboar V'Yitromam V'Yitnaseh. V'yidadar, v'yidaleh, v'yidalal, shemei d'kudisha barichu. Li'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata damiran b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who makes peace above, please, soon, bring peace to this world that we live in today, to all of Israel, to the whole world, and let us say Amen.